Let's head back out to Boston and say, well, now we can say good morning East Coast time to our friend and colleague Jalen Rose. And Jalen, I just want your thoughts on Steph as well. I mean, you've seen remarkable performances. We've talked to every guest, including Steph himself, about the night. What was most impressive to you about what he did?
The most impressive things, SVP, was that he understood that if the Golden State Warriors lost today, that they were going to win the series. They weren't coming back trailing 3-1. He knew that, they knew that, and we all knew it. But the great thing about his performance is his feathery touch under pressure even when he's contested. Almost like Papa Shot type of three-pointers. And the Warriors did something that was really intelligent. Other guys stopped shooting. They was like, where's Steph? Dribble handoff, get him the ball, feed the hot guy. He's the oldest guy, along with Michael Jordan, I believe, to score 40 in a finals game, hit 7 threes and score 40. I think Kyrie Irving was the other guy to do that. And when you look back at the history of the NBA and you see the teams that were multiple champions, they got a guy on that team that's him. Steph Curry was that for the Golden State Warriors. That's what Klay Thompson was talking about. We got on his back on the road and got it done. Now, the Celtics, they were willing contributors also. Offensively, they looked a little stagnant. They looked a little confused. Marcus Smart was open for a reason. He wasn't able to knock down a couple of those shots that they were giving him. And all of a sudden, they were down 1 or 2 possessions, and they seemed desperate. It was like they were going to go for the three, go for the home run, go for the home run. They stopped jabbing. And also, where were their best players when they needed them the most? In particular, Jason Tatum. That's when you need that guy who was ascending when he beat Kevin Durant, when they beat the Milwaukee Bucks, when they beat the Miami Heat. They needed that guy for the Boston Celtics, and Jason Tatum, they didn't have him in particular in the fourth quarter.
Jalen, I think we can make stats or a performance tell the story we want them to tell. But I wonder if in this fourth quarter that this championship DNA that the Warriors reference so often and the familiarity with the stakes and the stage didn't reveal themselves to some degree. How much do you believe that that was what we really saw in those final 12 minutes?
Well said, boom, because coming into this game, we know that the Golden State Warriors avalanche teams, as you mentioned earlier, in the third quarter.
Right.
But the Boston Celtics were plus 40 coming into tonight in the fourth quarter. They reverted back to the struggles they had in the regular season late in games. No ball movement, no cutting, settling for threes, getting turnovers, losing Steph in transition, losing them in half-court situations. And the Boston Celtics will look at this as a loss clearly. But the Golden State Warriors and Steph Curry, they took this game on the road tonight.
I'll close with this thought from you, Jalen. Boston now knows in order to win this championship, they have to win a game in Golden State. But they already have. And so even though they lose home court tonight, they fly to the West Coast for a Monday night game knowing, look, we got to win this one or Game 7 if it's necessary. How much does it help when you've already done something that you now need to do again?
That corporate knowledge is going to be there. That confidence is going to be there. And I've been to the Celtic games these last couple of rounds, and it seems like they've lost a home game that was head-scratching. They did this in Game 6 against the Miami Heat, but as you just alluded to, have still found ways to go on the road and play well. But again, on the road, your role players probably not going to give you the kind of performances they give you at home. So that means Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown have to be the catalyst if they're going to find a way to get another game in Golden State.
Jalen, appreciate you always. Be well until next time, all right, my friend?
Appreciate the love. Thanks a lot.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.